Good morning, friends. I have another book for you guys today, and it's called The Three R's: Reuse, Reduce, Recycle. Do you know the letter R? It is the first letter in three words that teach us different ways to fight pollution. It is the R in reuse, reduce, and recycle. Do you know these words? Reuse things that are still in good shape, such as your big brother's jacket. Reduce the amount of things we throw away, such as paper cups. Recycle old things to make new ones, such as a puppet out of old socks. In the town where Paul lives, people throw their garbage bags into a garbage container at the corner. In the morning, a garbage truck empties the container and takes the garbage bags. Do you know where they take them? To the garbage landfill or the dump, which is a huge place in the mountains or in the countryside, far, far away from the city. In Paul's town, however, there are so many people and so much garbage that is produced, every landfill is already full. And nobody knows where to build another. So they have built a huge furnace called an incinerator to burn all the waste materials. Nobody likes to live close by. People think the smoke coming out of the chimney is harmful to the plants and animals. You see all of that smoke, how we talked about that makes our earth sad because it pollutes our air. So they're burning all of the garbage. At Paul's school, they have talked about the huge amount of waste produced in just one day. And they have decided to reuse as many things as they can. That means that now they will use every object many times before it breaks or it cannot be used anymore. At his school, they paint both sides of the pieces of paper and use empty cans of paint to keep paper clips and rubber bands, and use pieces of paper left over to make wonderful art. Do you know of any other ideas? You see they're using the boxes to decorate. That's a good way to reuse them. At home, everybody reuses as many things as possible. Paul wears t-shirts that his big brother has outgrown and also plays with many of his old toys. Can you guess how many objects on the right page may be used over and over? Paul's brother outgrew his bike, and now Paul rides it. And since he has no use for his tricycle anymore, he let his cousin use it. Something else we do at home and at school is trying not to waste water or electricity, because this way we help take care of our planet. It seems very little, but the drops of water from a leaky faucet could fill up a bathtub in one day. So keep the water and the lights off when you are not using them. When Paul and his family go shopping for food, they take their own baskets or bags made of cloth. By doing that, they won't have to ask for plastic or paper bags. And they will reduce the amount of plastic made in the factories. Reducing means using very little of only what is needed. Plastic bags are very handy, but sometimes they end up in the ocean, and they can be dangerous for animals. Turtles may take them for jellyfish and eat them, or they may get tangled up in the plastic rings used to hold the cans together. It is very important not to litter on the ground, the woods, or the beach, and the city. You see how they're collecting all of the trash? At Paul's school, they throw all paper and cardboard into special street containers. Then trucks pick up everything and take them to the paper mill, where used paper and cardboard is shredded and washed until it becomes wet and soft. And then they make it into paper again. When it gets dry, we have recycled paper. Practically everything can be recycled. Paper and cardboard, plastic objects, glass, cans, all of these things are first shredded, ground, or pulped, and then they go through different processes to make brand new drinking cans, glass bottles, plastic containers. At school, we make paper paste out of torn and wet old papers. Look at some of the things that they made by reusing the paper and the cardboard. Paul's parents have told them that food scraps can also be recycled. All food that we cannot be used and that goes into the waste can be made into fertilizer, which is food for plants. The fertilizer produced this way is called compost. The banana peels and lemons Paul has just thrown into the garbage may become food for plants, like all food scraps. That is great. But if we want to recycle, we have to put waste in special containers. Now, in the kitchen at Paul's home, there are containers for things made of plastic, metal, or glass, and another for all of the garbage. Also, all newspapers and magazines are neatly tied in packages so that they can be recycled. So do you see his cans? This is his trash can for his bones or things that they can't put in recycling. And this one is used for cans and bottles. And then this is how they recycle their paper. Here are a couple pictures of things that can be recycled. Do you see anything that we could put in the recycling bin? What about right here, the bottle? Do you think that we could recycle this fish bone? Nope, we can't. This would go in the garbage. What about this bread? What can we do with that bread? We would put it in the garbage. We would not recycle bread. Do you see all of those wonderful things? We have paper. We could put our eggshells in a compost for the soil, remember? At some schools, they also collect used batteries. The children have been told batteries may not be recycled and that they can pollute a lot. So it is very important not to throw them in the garbage. That's why the children have made a special container for them. Once it is full, they will take it to the recycling center, where the metal from the batteries will be used to make brand new ones. The drawings to decorate the container are work of Paul's class. Nice job, isn't it? You see they decorated a box so that they could put all of those used batteries in. If we waste less and recycle all that we can, there will be less pollution and we will be able to live for a long time in our little planet, breathing smokeless air, swimming in clean water, and strolling through woods and countryside free from garbage. Paul thinks it is worth the effort. How about you? I want to live in a clean earth, right? I think you guys do too. Maybe you guys can find some things around your house that you could recycle too. Maybe you can find them and take a picture and show me what you guys have found. And look at this. This is a super cool project. You can use a tissue box or just a regular box. I think that they used a milk carton, a cardboard milk carton, and they made it into a birdhouse. How fun would that be? All right, guys, I will see you all later.